Hi, everyone. No one is on because no one knew if I was going to get onto Wi-Fi anywhere. So I am just going to wait a few minutes and see if people find me. But I am here, and I believe I have Wi-Fi. Let me get situated. Hey, Jamila, can you go find everybody that was there before? Connie. Who is Melanavji? Wait. Let me see if I can say that right. Hold on. Melanajvi. I wonder if I said that right. Christy, Sadie, Snow-laden Massachusetts. Yes, I bet it is. I am borrowing a room without permission, but no one's in here, so hopefully it's fine. And so I'm glad you're finding me. Pat, hi. Melina. Oh, nice. That's very nice. I coming to you from the it's NHC place at the Trace. So the Trace is Natchez Trace, and you can look up your history about Natchez Trace, Natchez, Trace. Trace meaning the route. Anyway, it's very near here, and so a lot of the subdivisions and this place is named after the Trace. And 1 mile down the road is that great cafe. Can't think right now. It's been a little too discombobulating being in one place and another. Let me just say hello to some people. I really didn't get a chance to do that before. Hi, Maddie. Hi, Pat. Hi, Melina. And yeah, I should have tried to just do it here, but I was going to get groceries over there and get breakfast, and I had pretty good reception there before, but because I wasn't in the building and because we have a very gray, fogged in day, maybe that is why it was so bad. I literally, someone said, can you get closer to the building? And my front tire was on the sidewalk. So I could not have gotten any closer and been in my car. And I thought about going and trying to sit out at the tables, but then I looked at the sky and I thought it might not be any better. So I'll just take a chance and see if I can get on here. So Garden Greg is here. Good morning from Santa Barbara. Thank you so much, Greg. What I was trying to say before, and I'll just try to rehash it in a nutshell because I know I was buffering and getting broken up. But Kim Schaefer, I want to give a shout out to Kim. She's somebody that I didn't know that well, but I knew her husband very well. He was the youth minister at where my son Will came through that whole program, and they went on so many trips, and he was such a mentor and a positive influence for my son, who was adopted at 3.5 and has had, a lot of challenges as a result of that. And so we adopted at 3.5. So anyway, she reached out and said that they had he had gotten a job here from when they moved here from Palisades, but because everybody's apparently moving to Nashville. When I drove through Nashville this morning, I could not count the number of scaffoldings that I saw. I mean, it was just on each side of the freeway. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're everywhere. So I don't know what the virus has done and the lockdowns have done. I know construction didn't stop in LA. All these essential businesses, you couldn't get a haircut, you couldn't get all of these mom and pop stores and everything is shut down. Meanwhile, Walmart and Amazon are raking in the dough. So, and I am guilty, I have to confess. Full disclosure, I am guilty of supporting Amazon during this crisis because I moved into my apartment 2 days after the lockdown, before the lockdown, and I needed all these shelving systems and all this stuff to kind of function there, and I bought a lot of stuff on Amazon. Really not compared to what I've bought here, even more here because I'm not close to anything and they deliver it to your door. And we all get spoiled by that. And I made a special trip to a family-owned building supply store in the next town. And there was like 4 or 5 basic things that they didn't carry. And so I thought, okay, well, I got to go to the big chains, So it's a huge situation we have in our world, in our country right now. And I just hope to bring you some like uplifting, positive energy because so much of the news is either scary or whatever. So don't think because I don't focus on that stuff that it's not affecting me, because it is. I am trying to push beyond that to try to be upbeat and inspiring, and because I want to inspire other people. A lot of people find they have to go through major transitions. They have a death in the family. They have things happen in your life as you get older, and you've got to go on, and you've got to find a way to be cheerful and go on. And I want to be that person that inspires people to do that. And so back to Kim, she having now being in Colorado is not where she really wants to be. It started me thinking about what I had originally thought when I first was thinking, am I going to sell my house, or am I going to try to, what am I going to try to do? I was thinking about doing Airbnb experience and having people come to my garden and do some gardening project and walk away with a plant or some kind of thing. And then, Airbnb experience is a big new, well, it was new then, it's not new now, division of Airbnb where you don't actually stay the night, you actually go and do something and leave for a certain amount of money. And, people are doing well from that. So I was thinking about doing that there. I didn't have guest rooms there. But here I have a guest room, and it started me thinking this morning about, I want to be able to create some kind of a retreat in my forest, because otherwise, yes, the deer are enjoying it, the wildlife is enjoying it, but I think I might be able to have a walking trail through there, and maybe like a little clear little spot for, meditation in the forest. And eventually, if I can find the money to build a little cabin up there. And the only problem is sewage. So, could do compost toilet, could do that, but I don't know if you can charge money for people to come and do that. I have to do some investigating, but that's where my thoughts were this morning. So I'm going to be leaning towards that. People could come and stay and either help in the garden, or they could just have a retreat, collect themselves, get their thoughts together, walk in the forest, walk in the garden, watch the birds. I have so many birds. I have to find my long lens camera because I'm not a birdie, so I don't know all my birds, but I know that I have blue jays and cardinals to the max. And then I have another one that I'm not sure about. And then, of course, I have all the little birds. So I'm really looking forward to learning about birds. And if any of you guys are birdies, tell me what to watch for. Okay, let me see what people are saying. Hey, Eric from Double Dog. He's having sourdough pancake. Teofane from Southern Ontario. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Whoops. Wow, what just happened? Oh, thank you. I really don't know what it means, the various zones. I assume that the red zone is the worst zone. I really don't know. I'm assuming you're talking about the virus and shutdowns and all that. And that's another reason that I was drawn to this property is that, I was so cooped up in that apartment, and anybody who's cooped up in an apartment, I feel your pain, because even though I had a 1-year lease at that apartment, I had only stayed there for like 5 months, maybe total, maybe 4. I felt so cooped up. I mean, I could go out and walk at any time, and of course, Southern California, you've got great weather all the time. But I don't know, it just felt, and I knew that I would be, if I stayed, I would really be fighting depression, and I know that's a real concern for a lot of people. So if I can, by way of being there, share that with all of you, hopefully it can help in some way. Let's see. Christy says there's terrible reception. Yeah, I gotta figure it out. I promise I'm not going to do this again, where the internet is iffy. And I mean, I had 4 bars just like I do here, so I can't tell. I mean, I'm sure techies could tell. They can run some kind of test to see what kind of speeds and all that. But that's more download and upload speed rather than streaming speed. So I don't know. I wish I was younger so I could understand all that. Kimmy is here from Malaysia. Kimmy has my Late Bloomer Garden fan club on Facebook. So Kimmy, why don't you post that link, just the hot link, in a comment underneath the video. Okay, Kimmy, so people can find that later. Okay, what else? Sylvia is here. Hello, Sylvia. Christy said truth. I think that I was telling some truth. Sam Joan. Tier 4 in, let's see, Bedford is, where's Bedford? Bedford. Is Bedford in Oregon? No. I forget where Bedford is. Tell me. Wow, that's amazing. Even in Trinidad, they support Amazon. By the way, the billionaires have added this handful of billionaires have added, if you're not following all this, you probably all are, but they have added $1 trillion added, not added extra. Added means extra, $1 trillion during the lockdown. So someone is definitely benefiting, but it's not the people like you and me. So, Teresa, no, they didn't, and I'm glad. Teresa asked if they left their beehives. The former owners had, I don't remember, maybe 10 boxes, dwellings. I'm not sure what you call it. I guess 1 box is a hive. They had 10 of those, or at least 10. They took them all. They were not positioned well. She said they were not positioned well anyway, because they were too close to the garden beds and the strawberries, and it was a problem. Plus, we were into winter, and I've never done bees, and I would need to really educate myself, because a bee is a living creature, and I don't want to take on another living creature under my roof without knowing what I'm doing. And so I'm glad they took them. And if and when I get, educated about it and get caught up, I might consider doing that. They certainly, I think, were happy there, because they had a lot of honey. Oh, Jamila went plant shopping. Oh, so did I. So I was just telling you about the Home Depot story when one of the first times I got cut off or stopped. And I walked almost into the garden area is the indoor plant section. There was a section of indoor plants, and they had the most healthy looking. Now, I didn't read the fine print on the tag, and I should have. I forgot to do that because Home Depot does carry some plants that were grown with, I haven't said this word in a while, so I probably mispronounce it. It's nicotinoids, nicotinoids. I think it's nicotinoids or something like that, which are bee killing. So I didn't actually look at that, but these are indoor plants and there won't be any bees around, and hopefully they're not toxic. But anyway, one was a bromeliad. I believe it's called a bromeliad. It's the one with the stalk of it's just a beautiful stalk of red or orange. Oh my gosh. I thought, okay, I am going to get some healthy plants. Well, I have healthy plants in my sunroom. I'm going to get healthy plants in my other rooms. And so I bought one small plant and this big bromeliad thing, and a peace lily that's like that big, and that's going in one of my guest bathroom. So it's already there, right by the window. So you don't anymore, Happy. That sounds great. I hadn't seen that in a while, but that was the case in California 2 or 3 years ago. Sam Jones, Bedford is in the county of Bedfordshire. Bedfordshire. I know you don't say Bedfordshire, you say Bedfordshire or something. In the East Midlands on the United Kingdom, and you've told me that before, and thank you so much for reminding me. I wouldn't be surprised. Are you growing, you have a very, very short growing system, Teophane, in Ontario. Do you have a greenhouse? Because that's the next thing that I really want. Derek, hi. Maria's here. I do have all of that. It's only 40 something today. It's like 46. It may even be a little bit warmer than that right now. Okay, I just want to give a shout out. I'm trying to buy local and support local, and I was talking about that in my last video by discovering this butcher block store where I'm going to get my meats and my raw milk and bread until I start making my own. And I also found this man on Facebook Marketplace who makes porch swings. I have a porch. Obviously, I want to swing. But there's a problem on that porch because the way they did the overhang on the house, and I don't know why they did this, but that's the way they did it. There's a soffit. Rather than just having the joists or the support beams come down and your roof on top of that and have that empty and painted or whatever, they have a soffit across it that's plastic, and the whole house is covered in vinyl. So, that presents problems too, trying to change anything, because that stuff cracks. So anyway, when they came to deliver this 4-foot swing, 60 inches is 5 feet. Yeah, I think it's 58 inches long, which is where the existing hooks are. He said, we can't do that. It's going to be too close to the glass of the window, and the first wind is going to blow it in there and shatter your window, which is a picture window that's 5 feet tall and 5 feet wide or 4 feet wide or something. It's huge. So I can't have that happening. And which means new hooks, which means we got to take all that plastic down to find out where the support beam is so we can put the hook into a support. So I decided I want to do that. Make me an A-frame and I'll keep the swing, make me an A-frame, and I'll put it, I'll put it somewhere just overlooking the garden is what a level spot overlooking the garden. And so that's what's the plan is. He also made me, if you saw that just briefly in that last video, the Adirondack chairs. So he makes them they're really well made. Some people just kind of throw them together. These are all screwed and bolted together. There's no nails or anything. There's they soak the wood. They don't just kind of quickly spray it with a water seal. So I've got 4 of those and 2 tables, which I thought this is going to be great. I'm going to make a fire pit and have all the chairs and tables around and can eat and drink. And, it'll be social. It'll be a sociable experience. And hopefully we can get to a point with the virus that I can have people coming over. So that's what's going on with that. But he just wrote and he said that he was going to have the A-frame and the swings there on Tuesday, I think. Debbie Tills Taylor, I want to give a shout out. She is writing me right now. A big, long message. I won't read the whole, well, you can't see it, but the whole thing. Do something peaceful and enjoyable, rest. Do a video of what you're doing if you want to, letting everyone know that you're okay, but if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Anyway, everybody's been offering me a lot of advice, and I really appreciate that. Let's see what else. Daryl says, oh, yeah. Let's see. Derek says, house looking better. I like your lighted ivy. Oh, that's not ivy. I'm getting rid of any and all ivy. That's just a fake wreath. The person that I bought the used wicker furniture from in the sunroom, she just threw in this big box of fake greenery with stuff in it with lights and stuff. And I said, oh, I can put that on my porch. It's going to look so good. So that's what that is. I do have all that, Maria. I do have the very first thing that I bought when I came to the area was I went to Walmart and I bought a hat. It was freezing. It was like 19 degrees. And I had lost track of when I left California, I had a toboggan, a stocking hat. And somewhere on that trip, I wore it one time and it got lost. So that's what I bought. Hi, Jan. Jan is writing from Northeast Florida. Yes. Yes, Don, thank you. Tony is here. He's the 25th. Oh, good. We got 79 people. Hey, everybody, if you could just hit that like button and make that thumb go to a higher number, we have 80 people. Thank you for tuning in. If you're just joining my channel, I am going through a major life transition that's been going on now for 2 years. This is the end of the second year. It's first started early last year. So much has transpired, but you can see it all if you're interested in my Follow My Journey playlist. Any channel, you can go to their homepage by clicking on their name. It should hot link right to the homepage, and you can click on playlist, scroll down, find that playlist, and see what all I've been through and where I'm at right now. Teresa says, Teresa is going to set up on Amazon a wish list of what I need for my place if anyone is so moved to send me a housewarming gift. Haffy has sent me something. I haven't gotten it yet. And which brings me to this. I just got, Hazel, my darling Hazel from England. I did that great video with Hazel. She was one of my best friends in the Palisades. And she called me. I hadn't talked to her really since I left. And we had a long chat. And she's always making something in her craft room. And if you go back and you see that tea and scones video, you'll see her craft room. And it's her refuge. She goes up and closes the door and she sews and she irons and she hand sews and she machine sews and she organizes all of her fabrics and her trims. And she's collected all these vintage fabrics and trims from all over the world for decades. And they will turn up in these beautiful little, she does these crossbody bags. I showed those in the video, these crossbody bags that you can, if you're going out for a walk, you can just put your key and your cell phone in there. And so I have a number of her things. And she has, I said this morning, oh, I can open this easily. I just saw the end and I said, I can open this easily. I don't need scissors. But obviously I did need scissors. I wanted to open it on my live stream, but there's so much tape and the tape goes across her beautiful handwriting. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm exhausted. I think that's just for support. So it was in this for support. Oh, she donates her time with this group and they are doing something like 300 or 400 or 500 meals every Sunday morning for people who are hungry. And she's part of this group that's providing these meals. And that's probably where this little tray came from. And because she sews, she has made all of these amazing masks. And she made me a mask, or she sent me a mask that she made. And I'll show it to you. It's beautiful fabric, black straps. Oh, and really pretty flowered fabric on the back. So technically it's reversible. Well, that's lovely. And it's like much warmer, like winter. Excuse me. Fabric. And she's got trim across the top. And of course it's red. What else is it? And she sent me, I told her that my mascot in my sorority in college was angels. She was making angels. And look, she's making them out of bark, or it seems like bark. Look, isn't that pretty? So I'm just going to put that around the top of my tree, which hopefully I'll be able to get to actually access my tree tomorrow or the next day. So I love handmade things. If anybody wants to send me a handmade ornament, I'll put it on my tree. I love things like that. Okay, where are we? The Little Farmer's Farm. Oh, yes, thank you for, I was going to do that, Mernita, and I didn't have it written down, so I would have forgotten. For anyone who wants to send me anything, my new address is Post Office Box 2358. And that's in Lebanon, Lebanon, Tennessee. The zip code is 37088. That's Post Office Box 2358, Lebanon, Tennessee, 37088. I'm in the country. Lebanon is my main shopping area, and I've been getting a lot of barbecue over there. Yes, I think there must have been a problem. Hopefully you have a tracking number, Haffy. Yes, Connie, so I just answered that. Yeah, I don't know about a seed swap, Teofane. Right. Christy, agreed. Agreed. Agree. Um, I'm only not wearing a mask here because I'm in a room and no one has found me. So the second I go out that door, I'll have one on. Let's see. I want everybody who is trying to buy seeds. Now, I don't know about Canada, but please, please buy some seeds from Sharon at Sharon's Natural Gardens. I've said this many times. I want to support someone who literally is one person trying to hang on to a 5-acre family farm that's been organic and biodynamic for decades. And so you have this amazing 5 acres of black walnut trees and elderberry bushes and 2 white horses and that provide the manure for the biodynamic compost. And she makes tinctures and baskets. She hand weaves baskets from the willow that she grows. I mean, please support this woman. She is so knowledgeable. And if you buy something from her and you have questions, she's so responsive. She loves the communication. So you're not going to find that with anyone else. No one has the time. So please go to sharonsnaturalgardens.com and go to her link to order. And I think it was at Local Harvest. I think it still is, but go to her website first so you can be sure. And Teofane, why don't you just check? I mean, maybe you can send extra postage for her to send from the States, but we have to support our elders who know things, who know things and can still share them. She's so knowledgeable. So, and that would really make her Christmas. Her daughter, she's caring for her daughter, who's going through some stuff, a health crisis at her house, and it would really be really help her out a lot, and it would really make my day if you did. So, please make a note of that. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Jennifer is referring to the bamboo episodes I did with Daryl. The jury is still out as to whether I'm going to do bamboo. As much as I would love to go out and harvest those shoots in the spring, Daryl, if I plant this year, it would be 3 years before I have shoots I can eat. And I don't know. I don't know if I want to try to create some concrete bunker to grow that or not. I have not decided. I want it, but I have not decided. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Connie. Yeah. So we'll be posting something about that as soon as we can. With Teresa's dying to help me out. It's just that tomorrow I have the plumber coming to do a bunch of stuff. I have some other help coming. I've got to shoot a video planting that garlic because it's very late to plant garlic. And Daryl was saying yesterday, if I plant it in a pot and that pot sits above ground and that dirt can freeze solid into a solid block and kill the garlic. So but I know that I want to divide and work on those beds that are existing. So if I put something down in those beds, it could get disrupted when I start working on that in the spring because the garlic's not going to be ready till June. Although this Asian Tempest garlic is very interesting, and I'll be talking about that when I shoot the video. I read about it. It's very cool. It is one of the earliest to mature of the hardneck garlics and has one of the longest scapes. And I have been dying to cook with garlic scapes. And because I lived in California and we only grew softneck, I never had any scapes. So now I'm looking forward to that, even though I don't really like to eat it that much. I love to grow it. Oh, 100. Oh my gosh, 102 people. This is a record. Thank you all for joining. It means the world to me. It's kind of dark in this room, but hopefully you can see me. I'm by this is all windows here. And if you've just joined, I am at the assisted living complex and memory care unit where my mother resides. I haven't been down to see her yet because I called twice on the way here and they didn't answer, which usually means they're doing something. And so I thought, well, I'll do this first, see if I can get a signal. And 105 people are joined, and I'm so proud. I want to wish everybody a happy holiday season. If Christmas is your holiday, I want to wish you a warm and loving Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all of you. And Friday, my son and fiance are coming, and so that's Christmas. So by the time they get there, it's like time to sit down and eat. So we're not going to get to do the whole cooking of the meal together. So I was actually thinking about cooking something in the Instant Pot. Teresa's going to talk me through that. I have never done it. I've never used it. She gave it to me as a gift last year. And I'm going to go on Tuesday. I'm going to go to the butcher block and buy some local, wonderful beef and make like beef stew and just have that ready. And then we can have some other kind of meal on Saturday. I guess there's so much to do. There's so much unpacking. And I did pick up this, thanks for the tip. Somebody recommended I could just get the weather stripping for the garage door at Lowe's or Home Depot. And I got that yesterday at Home Depot. There are 107 people. This is a record. And thank you, 108. Thank you so much. People, welcome to my channel. If you're brand new to my channel, I'm going through a major life transition, and I've kind of landed in my place now, and which is in Tennessee, close to my family. This is my home state. I've been in California for 32 years. Started my channel 8 years ago in my front yard, had a micro farm in Pacific Palisades, sold that property, moved into an apartment as my landing place while I was trying to figure out what I was going to do. I thought maybe if it hadn't been for the virus, I probably would have stayed there a while. And I had a bunch of projects with local people that wanted to do gardens. And one of them, right before the lockdown, she said, I'm out of here. And she went to Montana to her property up there. And then somebody else did something else. And I just said, you know what? It could get even worse. And guess what? It did. So I left and I began to look for a property in somewhere between Cookeville and Nashville, because I got family, in both directions, and friends in Cookeville. So that's how I wound up where I am. And if you're new to my channel, thank you so much. 109. That's a record. Please hit that subscribe button and go down and hit all for notifications. Be sure and like this video. We got 111. Wow, that's fantastic. If you guys could just hit the like button while you're thinking about it. If you're on mobile, you get off the live and you hit the like button, and that would really 112. This is fantastic. I'm just going to keep talking. What else did I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about something very important. Let's see. As you may know, if you've seen my recent videos, thank you so much, by the way, for watching. My last 5 videos have made up for the 12 before it in terms of views, and I really appreciate that. Although I did get 12 thumbs down on one of my videos that of walking my property, and I'm just going, what did you not like about that? I couldn't understand it. I mean, why does somebody stick around on your channel long enough to dislike it? It's like, okay. I think in 8 years of being on YouTube, I think I've disliked maybe 2 videos. One because it was offensive, and one because it was, the title was total clickbait or something. But I never do that. What my title says is what you're going to see in it. So I can't understand that at all. I mean, everybody wanted me to have a bigger place. Now I have a bigger place, so everybody should be happy. Anyway, let's see. I'm not sure this is the right. I'm getting used to the sounds of my place. I've lived in New York and Los Angeles for 40 years, and both are very noisy places. And I was so tired of the noise, especially when you're filming a YouTube channel and you're trying to film and there's planes going over every 2 minutes or a car going by or, lawnmowers. I mean, when you're in a dense neighborhood, it's very hard to drown all that gardening noise. I mean, because there's gardening going on everywhere in a dense neighborhood. So it's very hard to film. And if you're just curious and you look back at a lot of videos, 117, thank you so much for joining. If you look back at some of my videos, you'll see that I have sped up the work, like my working videos, for example, that I did with Eric, who was my handyman / garden helper for about 3 years. I hired him to come, especially after my arm got broken in Christmas Eve of 17. I got a comminuted fracture here. This went all the way up and broke. And I'm right-handed, and it was all that I could do to learn to edit with my left hand. I was doing the mouse and and it was like this was just here, and I literally edited videos with my left hand. I don't know how I did it now. I learned to eat with my left hand. It was amazing. So anyway, I hired Eric because there was no way I could have kept my garden channel going, because I couldn't garden, but I dragged my tripod out to the yard and pointed my camera at him and pointed my finger and said, do that, now do that, do that, do that. I directed him to do that. And I've been a director on 2 or 3 film sets of short films that I've written and been in. So I had to direct him until I got better and it got stronger. And by the way, I used comfrey. Everybody said, oh, comfrey is the common name for it is knit bone. And I use comfrey, my own comfrey compresses, but it's really messy. Believe me, it's so messy. And it stains everything green permanently. But I use that on my shoulder. So if you have an injury, comfrey. I also use the homeopathic comfrey that you put under the tongue, and the salve that I bought and then people sent me. So that's a little segue. Anyway, he started helping me, and people really enjoyed the working videos. So I did a Thursday work day video, and so I have a whole series of Thursday work days. And you'll notice in those videos, because they're shot over the course of 8 hours, much of the work is speeded up. And then I just put music over that, and I very often have to drop out the sound because of the planes. So that's not going to be a problem where I am now, I don't think. I hope not. So 124. This is unbelievable. Thank you so much for joining this live stream. You have made my Christmas, and you will especially make my Christmas if you subscribe, if you haven't already. I have so many things that I want to bring to you from my new place, especially live streams from my new place when I get Wi-Fi. I'm hoping that there is a solution. I am not a techie person at all. It is, I said I would never edit. I would pay somebody indefinitely before I would try to edit. But in 2016, I just had to. YouTube changed its algorithms and its analytics, and they wanted longer videos. You know, in the beginning of YouTube, I was in the beginning of YouTube, which is early 2012, and 3 to 5 minutes. You know, it was attention span and 3 to 5 minutes and all of that. Well, in 2016, they said, no, we want long videos, because they figured out they could put more ads in the long videos and make a lot more money from that one upload. So, and then they wanted many of them, and they encouraged us all to vlog. And so everybody with a cell phone, with a selfie side, started doing that. And it didn't make any sense for me to continue to pay an editor and a sound editor and a composer to make these really polished little episodes when everybody else was walking around with a cell phone like this and getting just as many views. So all of that changed in 2016. So if you're new to my channel, 127, if you're new to my channel and you look back, I have 5 seasons of Late Bloomer, which were 20 episodes, just like a TV show. Those are all listed on IMDb, which is the International Movie Database. Somebody just told me, Vanita just told me yesterday that IMDb now has a TV station, or it's IMDb TV. So I guess there's either streaming movie. I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea. But at any rate, after that, I did a lot of videos on my phone. You'll see 100 of those. And then I said, I can't do this anymore. I've got to have more of a professional look. It's just not my style to have things sloppy. And so I got Premiere Pro, and I've been editing and I got Epidemic Sound, and which is what a lot of people have. Epidemic Sound. If you are starting a channel and you don't know about music, you know, music is the number one thing on YouTube, that you have to have the rights to use the music. And so Epidemic Sound library has a huge selection. And for an individual account, it's only $15 a month. So that's what I do. And everybody has always said, oh, they would love for me to do a video on how to make videos for YouTube channel and tips and all that. And I may do that. Let's see. Where are we with comments? Oh, Mernita, thank you so much. She says, I'm an inspiration to women. I want to be an inspiration to women and men. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I'm way behind. Let's see. Okay, I'm just jumping to the bottom. Do this every time. The signal is great. Well, I'll just come over and see my mother, and you know, I'll be back over here next Sunday, to see my mother and to bring my son, and so I'll make sure that he says hello to my audience, and Margot too, if she wants to come. Yes, I was even considering this morning. I was thinking Christina said something about sharing a plot drawing of my land. And I haven't even walked my land, if you can believe. I was waiting for Daryl to come over on a nice day and we'll walk the whole perimeter and see, because looking out on the right side, it's all a lot of bushes and stuff. You can't really walk straight in there like you can in the back and on the other side. So I really can't see the property line or anything. And I don't know if there's a survey. I should have asked, and I didn't. I was told by my realtor's husband he said he walked the entire property, and the rock wall goes all the way around it. If you haven't seen any of those videos, recent videos, you'll see in the first 8 days, part 2, which is the homestead tour, I take a walk over and I show the rock wall. And those guys that came and mowed told me that the Irish built a bunch of the rock walls in the area because there's rock everywhere. And I don't know what the story to that is. That's all they told me. I said, really? I wonder if they built this one. I don't know. So I hope to be able to share that story with you. Oh, so Christina, I was thinking about getting a drone. You know, the drone cameras are noisy. And I've never had a drone because I was in a dense neighborhood in the Palisades, and I don't want to be obnoxious to my neighbors. It's a loud buzzing sound, and it's confusing to people to have one over their house. And the houses are so close together, they feel like they're over your house, even though they're over their house, even though they're over your house. And that happened to me once. And so I got very irritated. And I thought, well, that wouldn't be a problem where I am now, but they're noisy. And I don't want to set a precedent of making noise because I don't want anybody else to make noise. So I thought, you know, if I had a drone, then you could actually see what it looks like up there. So it's a possibility. I'm still considering it. Talena, the land, the yard had already a small garden, if you've seen the recent videos. And they have, I think, 8, they said they were blueberry bushes. Somebody else thought they were something else. They have no leaves on them because the deer ate all the leaves. There are 2 peach and 2 apple trees, young apple trees, and the deer have eaten all the leaves. So I need to get a deer fence. I did stop into, somebody suggested I stop into the county extension office. Already done that, and hit it off great with Chris, who works there. And they've just started a channel and they have 75 subscribers, and he was asking me how to get more subscribers. So his video is very good. So it shouldn't be a problem. But he gave me a soil probe, I guess you call it, that you stick down, you know, shove it down with your foot, and it goes down just like you would do with snow. The snow ones are bigger. The soil probe is about that big, and you stick it down in various places in your yard, and then you can send in soil samples to the university. They send it to the university, or I mail it to the University of Tennessee Agriculture Department, and they do the soil testing. So I am going to shoot a video showing myself doing that very soon. It's just been, the ground's been kind of hard because it's been so cold. So kind of waiting for a nice, warm, sunny day to do that. And also that will give me an idea in various places in the yard how deep the soil is over the rock. Let's see. Yes, lots of fruit trees grow well in pots. Love notes, but I don't know what your climate is. You know, if you're in a cold climate, those pots have got to come in, I would suppose. I've got all mine that I brought from California. I think there were 22 plants that I shoved into the back. I had 3 in the front, but I had 19 plants, including 3 fruit trees, 3 citrus trees in the back seat of my Prius. And they all survived. Okay, Tony had to go. Love you, Tony. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate that. Core samples. Thank you, Happy. I couldn't remember what you call it. Well, I don't know if it's a soil kit. I mean, he loaned me the probe, which I need to return, and gave me 3 boxes. I fill the boxes and just mail them off myself. So I don't know what else. Well, I'm going to put the 3 boxes into 1 box and send them myself. Where are you, Talena? I forget. I am in 7A. I thought I was in 6B, but I am in 7A, Mernita. And if anybody has any advice, oh, Georgia, B 8A. Oh, you're warmer. Okay, so you must be farther down. Yeah, 5B is way too cold. 5B, that's even colder than, I remember, I haven't been in touch with him in a while, but we were really in touch for a while. Patrick at, oh goodness. Patrick at 1 Yard Revolution. Sorry, I knew it was an O. OYR, 1 Yard Revolution. Let's see. Della has left me a comment on the, oh, I think that's a comment on a video. Oh my goodness, Talena is 51 acres. Fantastic. Oh, what I was going to say, Talena, and anyone else listening, I discussed the deer problem with the ag agent, Chris. And he said, because several people have suggested they do human hair and they do predator urine and they do, I think there was one other suggestion. And he said, all of that is temporary. It's not, because deer get used to it. And then they go, no big deal. So he said the only thing that works is electricity, because that works every time. So you have to have an electric fence to keep the deer out if you want to keep the deer out. That's what you have to do. So Talena, start looking into that. So let's see, where were we? So send me a private message, Talena, on if you're on, hey guys, if you're on Instagram or Facebook, be sure and connect with me and like my page. Follow me on Instagram. Send me a message, Talena, if you're on either of those. I posted a picture yesterday or day before. Daryl gave me this really cool every time I say Daryl, I say bamboo. Daryl gave me this really cool gourd birdhouse. And what kind of birds did you say? Wrens? Is that what you said would like my birdhouse? He said, don't bother to put it up until the spring or something when they're having their babies. But I'm putting it up now because it's cute. So I posted a picture of that on Instagram yesterday. Got a lot of fun comments. Daryl's not on Instagram, though. Yeah, you got to bring those tropicals inside. Fishing line. Yeah, what happened with Patrick? I mean, maybe he just got burnt out. He was putting out such great content for a long time. And, I mean, we burn out. I'm sure you've seen other YouTubers talk about it. And there have been times when I thought, man, how can I keep this going with all this transition and stuff? How can I keep it going? Somehow I managed. And I actually get a lot out of it. I go into, after all that all those boxes and that mess at my place, it's just terrible. And it all came in and I thought, I'm going to tear into this and get some of these rooms organized. And I haven't done it at all. I'd much rather make a video and upload it. Of course. Hey, Lab Cat, soil samples in Middle Tennessee go to Ellington Agriculture Center in Nashville. I didn't know that. Thank you, Lab Cat. I'll have to look at I haven't even looked at the address on the box. I'm in 7A, no tropicals for outside. No, it's greenhouse only. So my tropicals are going to be in my sunroom until I build a greenhouse. 6B, you're a little bit colder, Monica. Well, I can't wait to find out where you're located, Talena, and come see your 51 acres. Wow. Echocentric is here. Jotham, say hello to Echocentric from Newfoundland, I'm thinking. Oh, thank you, Talena. I didn't realize that. Thank you so much. Barbara Ireland. I sure will. I'll try anyway. Let's see. Love Notes says, oh, you're making me crazy. Where are you located, Love Notes? Pomegranate, lemon, tangerines. I've got Satsuma mandarin, but it's only like that big. Black apples. Oh, Arkansas. I've had black apples from Arkansas before. I mean, I just saw them in the store and ate them. They were so good. I want to get nut trees. I want to have a whole orchard. So, I'm going to have to find spots that I can dig holes deep enough for an orchard. Oh, that would be nice, Kimmy. He said my property might have treasure underneath. Okay, let's see. Well, I thought of that, Christina, and then I thought, no, they're just going to send emails to all their friends, and then I'm going to have even more deer on my property. So I'm afraid to do that. I don't know if that's the case, but it seems like it would be. Almost every day you see one dead on the side of the road. There's so many. Oh, that would be great if I could do a solar. But, I think the sun has shined about 3 days since I've been here, Daryl. So I don't know. Well, the electric fence doesn't hurt them. Just like the electric line on, when you do mob grazing or you do when you're constantly moving cattle. It's one little tiny wire, but they don't like it. They don't like that little feeling, so they train. They train to stay back. And unfortunately, with cows, you can have one little line that's like 3 feet off the ground, and it will keep back a 2,000-pound animal because they don't like it. But, and as long as you're providing them something that's tasty on this side of the line, they don't care. But deer, they can jump an 7 to 8 foot fence. They can jump. So, one little line is not going to do it. You've got to have, you've got to have electric top to bottom somehow. Or 4 lines, 5 lines, or something. I have to do the investigation. Well, Mernita, I wasn't planning on digging, but you do when you plant a tree, you got to start with a little hole to get that root ball in there. But otherwise, I'm not digging. I don't know, Tess at Sister Marcel's. I don't know. Deer like to roam, so I don't know. You're not going to keep them contained in a little area. I don't know. A wall of Osage orange will keep out deer, but it takes time and space. Well, that's interesting. Osage orange. I'm assuming that's some kind of a bush. Can't be an orange tree. Let's see. And Christina, does a 6-foot fence work? I mean, I know if you do a double fence, like 2, like 1 here and 1 here, and then your stuff is on the inside of that, they'll get confused and they won't want to jump over 2 fences. And so it doesn't have to be 8 feet. But I didn't think one 6. Now, if they can't see what's on the other side, it has to be 7 feet because they're already 6 feet tall, their head. So I thought that, if they can't see what's on the other side of a 7-foot wall, they won't jump it. But anyway. Oh, I want a pawpaw. I want a pawpaw tree, but pawpaws can stay out, right? In the winter, because I saw in Ashland, she had pawpaw trees. Yes. Do you remember, Patricia, when I went to see, it was in Nashville, when I went to the Percy Warner Park, and I went into that garden area, and they had all of those white gourds for the birdhouses, and the martins were just like, it was like the movie Birds. Remember that? They were everywhere. Hey, Steve Mildengren, how are you doing? Rosemary sent me a note the other day, and I'm thinking, did I respond to that? I don't even remember. I'm sorry if I haven't. Yes, Arkansas black apples. Let's see. Yes, that's what I want. I want movable fencing because right now my garden is only this big and it's going to grow. It's going to extend down through the sunny area. I imagine it's just going to kind of go down like that. I don't know if Rebecca's on today, but supposedly Rebecca at Food Forest Next Door is designing me. Oh no, she did send me something. She sent me a sort of a map with zones of my yard where I could grow what I should grow and have, but she had said I can grow shady stuff under the trees, but those maple tree roots take all the nutrition and all of they're right on top. Well, you saw in that last video, even above the frosted grass, you can see those tree roots just coming down in the yard. So it's very dense there. I can't imagine I could grow anything under those shade trees. Anything. Well, that's interesting. Patricia, Maria is a good friend. Let's see what's going on here. I don't know what happened there. Yes, it is, Charlie baby. 128 people, 127. This is a record. Thank you so much. I've got 88 likes. I hope you guys will hit that like button on your way out. Good afternoon. Charlie baby is actually, oh gosh. When I get used to your, okay. When I get used to your Google name, then sometimes, if I don't hear from you, I forget. Right. If they can't see a place to land, yeah, that's a problem. A problem for them. So they won't jump over it if they don't see a landing place. Oh, that's so cool. I hope I have pawpaws in there. I would like that. I think I've got hostas. I actually haven't seen any ferns, but maybe they're under there. Beatrice is here from New York. Oh, thank you. I will. Lily of the Valley, Bleeding Heart, lots of stuff under shade trees. That's great. Yeah, I just wanted I wanted wood immediately, so I bought 2 loads, and I won't have to buy any more. Especially if I get a handle on my, if I get a chainsaw and I get good at using a chainsaw, because I have plenty of wood out there, plenty of wood. Wow. Yeah, it was only briefly at 130, Daryl. It was amazing. That's going to be awesome, Charlie baby. So I can't imagine that they're all that powerful. A battery operated chainsaw? Really? It's just like the wood chipper things, the gas powered has a lot more horsepower. I mean, you can get the ones with a lot more. You can do the bigger 3-inch chunks, can feed those in there. If you get the electric ones, you can only do, I think 2 is the absolute maximum. And I'm just wondering how sharp those blades, when you're feeding that in, I don't know. I mean, what do you do when those blades aren't sharp anymore on those wood chippers? We have to buy a new one? I don't know. Thank you. Is it Miko or Miko? I think it must be Miko. Don't worry, I'm not going to use a chainsaw. It actually scares me. So oh yeah, I don't have any problem with that. I'll my lawn guys, when they were there the other day, I said, can you can you take down that broken tree and fallen tree, and can you make it into firewood for me? He goes, yeah, I used to be a logger. It's no problem. So I'm covered. Your most useful and safer tool for the homestead is your battery-powered reciprocating saw. I don't know what that is. I'd have to look that up. What is that? Oh, really? Diane, way to go. Diane is using a chainsaw at 65. I'm all for that. That's cool. Oh, Diana has a good review of her electric chainsaw too. So good. Cherie Nations is here. A good way to check areas. Well, I could also do one of those, which I'm probably going to need anyway. Remember when I was in Illinois and I was putting in those fence posts with that thing? I could probably do that and just measure 134 people. Thank you so much for joining this live stream. We've been going for, how long have we been going for? Oh my gosh, 1 hour and 13 minutes. That's kind of a record. I really appreciate everybody tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I hope you will. I hope to bring you a lot of inspirational content especially through the winter, when things are looking bleak outside and bleak in the world. And I want to bring you a smile. I want you to have your cup of coffee, or your mug, or your pint, or whatever, depending on the time of day, to enjoy my videos. Many of my videos, I try. It depends on what happens. I have always been a documentarian. So if I say, okay, today I'm planting an apple tree, I try to document that. Or if I look out and I don't have anything planned to plant or harvest, I look out and I say, wow, it is so beautiful. I just want to share this beauty. and I'll make a video like that. And so you can see a real variety of videos, you know, on my channel, because I'm a filmmaker first and a gardener second. So, and now I'm a homesteader. And by the way, somebody said the other day, I've got to change the name of my channel, and it's almost like an act of Congress to change your channel name on YouTube. So I'm going to attempt to do that. And someone suggested Kaye's, let's see, Kaye's Tennessee Homestead, or no, I got to have late bloomer in the title. But you can't use an apostrophe on search engine optimization. Doesn't work with any kind of hyphens or apostrophes or anything like that. So I learned that from my website writing blogs. Is it just like it doesn't work. So I can't say K's or K Kittrells. I can't do that. So I got to think of it another way, or I can just do it the way I have it, K Kittrell / whatever the name is. But it's got to have late bloomer. So it's got to have late bloomer homestead or Tennessee late bloomer homestead or something. But I am no longer no longer an urban gardener. I did that for 8 years. I'm done. I am doing a whole new thing. So we have dropped off. A lot of people are dropping off. I just want to thank you so much for joining. Please like the video. 99 likes. That's fantastic. I really appreciate you coming back after the first foiled attempt over at the coffee house. And thank you so much for joining. And I just want to, I'm going to have another live stream before Christmas, but I just want to wish you a happy holiday, happy and safe and well holiday. And and I'm actually, if you're signed up at my website, or if I have your email address, you'll be getting an electronic Christmas card from me this week. I just have to make it. I haven't shot it. I haven't made it. So look for that. Thank you so much. Let's see. Ooh, what did you do with the bobcat? Those are kind of endangered, aren't they? I forget where you are, Cherie. VC tutoring, thank you. Welcome. Compressor nail guns scare me. Well, Miko, it can't be plural. It has to be singular. Late bloomer homestead. K Kittrell late bloomer homestead. Maybe. Yeah, Patricia. I know. I was really trying to do it the way Doug did it, slamming it down, but you don't have to do that. I've just lift it up and kind of let the weight push it down. So this reciprocating saw is actually a real thing. I'm going to have to check that out. Diane is 5'1" and 110 and loves her chainsaw. I love that. Oh, wow. I know, Tess. I know. Oh my gosh, that's what I need. I need a steaming cup of bone broth. Oh my goodness. Julie from Oregon. No, that will never happen. Julie, no, that will not happen. We parted ways. He did not want to work for me anymore. So that won't happen. Anyway, The whole apartment situation it didn't work for him at all. He had to park too far away. He was very frustrated and angry by the time he got there. And, I couldn't, there's nothing I could do about that situation because there's no parking over there. So, no, I'll have to find someone here. I have the name of a handyman, but I don't know if he's interested or any good at gardening. So we'll see. Anyway, thank you so much. I just want to send blessings to you all. Thank you for supporting my channel in various ways. Happy sent a donation this week. He's also got a gift on the way. I wanted to give a shout out to Paula from New Zealand, has been writing me all these suggestions and long, wonderful notes. And also Gail Noel sent me a beautiful piece yesterday, I think. So thank you all. I appreciate everything. And once again, my new address, if you so desire to send me something, is Post Office Box 2358, Lebanon, Lebanon, Tennessee. That's Tennessee, 37088. Okay, guys, love you. Be safe, be well, and I'll talk to you hopefully on Wednesday. If there's no live stream at Wednesday at 6 p.m., there will be a video that day. That's all I can say. But I will see you probably right here next Sunday if I don't get Wi-Fi before then. Take care. Bye. Have a great week and happy holidays.